guys, today we're going to talk about the favorite thing I like to blow all of my money on, which is VSTs. So what's going on, guys? Your boy Tony Shen. Today I want to talk about 10 of the best VSTs to get. This list is going to be kind of different from other lists that you're going to see because it's a very comprehensive list. So first of all, it's going to contain both instruments and effects. And also, if you know me, I'm also going to throw in a lot of free plugins in the mix as well as paid ones. Basically, the idea is if you had $250 to spend, which isn't something absurd, right? It's like half an Omnisphere, right? If you had $250 to spend, what are the best VSTs to get for that value? And you're going to be able to get all top 10 of these VSTs together for just $250. So that's going to be the idea of this list if you're kind of on a budget but you still want quality sounds. And also, I'm not going to be mentioning like the really cliche VSTs that everyone knows about already, like Silent One or Nexus, Omnisphere, or like Serum, like all these really common VSTs. So these are going to be really unique sounding, are very versatile and sound amazing that maybe you haven't heard of before. You know, I love providing value to the producer and beatmaker community online, but if you're new to this channel and you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button. It really means a lot to me. And also, I'm giving out my free drum kit for free. So in addition to these free VSTs I'm going to list out, you also get a free drum kit. With that being said, let's get straight to number one, which is Lounge Lizard. It's about like a $40 plugin, just depending on which version you get, but it's an amazing piano instrument. It simulates a lot of vintage pianos, like the Rhodes piano. I think it's based off that instrument, but like an piano goes along well with literally everything. Next up, we have a free, like one of the best free plugins out there. I have no idea why it's free, but it just sounds so amazing. It's called Spitfire Labs. So basically you download like the portal thing and you can install all different types of free instruments on it. And it basically simulates a bunch of like realistic instruments. Third plugin, we have Synthmaster Player. This is if you don't want to do any sound design and you just want to jump on a bunch of presets. This is the perfect thing for you. It's literally just like a sample library where you get to pick different instruments and presets. Like you don't do any sound design. It's really great actually if you just want to make a beat on the fly and have a melody in your head, but you don't want to waste your time with sound design. They have amazing key sounds, bells. One of my favorites is actually the leads, because the plugin like integrates with your mod wheel perfectly if you have a MIDI controller. So like it already pre-routes certain elements to your mod wheel and your pitch wheel. So it's like super fun to play around with, especially when you're doing solos with leads and stuff like that. So the next one is like kind of the exact opposite. It's like all pure sound design, which is a plugin called Voltage Modular. I actually have a video breaking down sound design on this plugin if you guys want to check it out. It's basically a modular synthesis simulator on your computer where you can basically build your own synthesizer using different modules or different pieces of equipment. Like just sounds very vintage and analog-y and has a really warm sound. As of right now, if you watch this video now, this plugin is free for you to get. You can get it on pluginboutique.com for free, 100% off, and it comes with a bunch of great presets. But the fun part about this plugin is actually building your own presets. You'll end up spending a lot of time playing around with it. It's super fun to play with. Next up, we're gonna go to the most realistic sounding plugins, which is Ample Guitar Lite 2. One of my subscribers actually recommended it to me and told me to make a video about it. And while I was making the video, I actually ended up having a lot of fun with it. So this is an acoustic guitar plugin. You can use it to play like individual notes by itself. But the part I like the most about this VST is strum feature. So you can use it to actually strum certain patterns, and it's really, really easy to use. And you can finger the guitar kind of using the keys on your keyboard, and you can just play different chords and strum at the same time. And it sounds pretty good. I've used it for a few beats as well, and you can use the strum feature for a lot of different things. So yeah, overall it's amazing, and it's also free, so there's that. So the last instrument on our list is going to be this FM synthesizer called Dexed, which is again free. If you want to get into like modern digital sound design, Dexed is one of the best free plugins to get. There's so many ways you can play around with different features. Again, it's sound design intensive. It comes with a few presets. They all sound really good, but again, most of the fun comes with designing your own sound. This is a great way to get started with FM synthesis for free. It's a great way to learn your first concepts and get a bit of practice in. So the next plugin is going to be an effect, and I think out of all the plugins, this is the most expensive one. We're talking about RC Retro Color, which is about $100, but I think it's worth every single penny just because of how good it sounds. Basically, this plugin will add so much analog warmth to your melodies or anything that you apply the effect on. Think about it, like we're all working off our computers, all the signals are digital, right? And it loses a certain type of feel when everything's digital. But with a plugin like RC Retro Color, that brings back an old vintage warm feeling to your ears, and it just makes your sound stand out so much more. Up next, we have one of my favorite plugins that happens to be free, Camel Crusher. Camel Crusher, I'm telling you, will make your bass slap so hard out of nowhere. I used to throw this on the master. Like this, that's how much I love this plugin. It just makes your bass sound so much better. And I've used this plugin in so many of my tutorials. You guys can check out like all my Ronnie J type beat tutorials. Like I just put Camel Crusher on everything. The next effect is something that I got from the EDM world, and this is basically a plugin that a lot of EDM producers use to make their drops hit a lot harder. This is multi-band compressor plugin called OTT, which is free. You can get on Plugin Boutique for free. I don't know how it works exactly, but if you apply it to like saw waves or other chords or hard-hitting chords, it just makes it sound so much bigger. If you want to make very energetic beats This is a great plugin for you to use, and it's free. And I think it's really great if you want to get into more EDM-y stuff or like more just intense type music. Last plugin is something that I think is the best reverb you're gonna get. Like if you only had enough money in your lifetime for one reverb, this is the reverb to get. And this is Valhalla Vintage Verb, which is $50. But it just sounds so amazing. Like literally every producer will tell you Valhalla Vintage Verb is definitely worth it. Like it sounds so good. Definitely something really fun to play with. So those are my top 10 list. All the links will be in the description if you guys are interested, especially the free ones. Like you can download them right away. If you guys found this video to be useful, please hit the subscribe button. It really means a lot to me. And thank you so much for listening. Peace out.